Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here. So, been out exploring a piece of public hunting land here in Kansas where I'm staying right now. Been out walking for about 5 hours. Sun's going down right over there. Mostly I was just exploring, but quail, squirrel, and rabbit are all in season right now. So I figured if I saw something I'd take a shot, but I didn't see anything. Saw a lot of sign, but just carrying the old double barrel 12 gauge Stoker Uplander. So, since I've never been here before and didn't have a map, and it's a pretty good area, I think it's a mile section. Wasn't exactly sure where I was in relation to my truck when I decided to head back, but came right to it. So, and it's right over there, about 300 yards away. So this area is mostly small oak woodland, like what you see here, and prairie. And there's a little creek that runs through it. This isn't a I just put a bag of Prince Albert down in there. It's not a new tin or an old tin that's full. I just felt like experimenting with what it was like to fill a pipe out of one of these cans. Hold it up so you can see what I'm doing here. I just kind of run my finger in there, and of course I'm spilling some because I'm at a weird angle here. Fill the bowl like that. I don't know if that's how the old timers did it, but that seems to be how it could work. There we go. Good enough. Just a short pipe at the end of the day. What have I done with my tamper? Yeah, there we go. So, anyway, this is over 1,000 acres. A little over 1,000 acres, and it's kind of oak savanna, I guess I would describe it. There's a lot of prairie and there's little bunches of oak. There's a creek that runs through it, and the land is two hills that kind of come down toward each other, so there's a lot of little seasonal creeks that feed into the other one. And deer season just ended a few days ago, and there were quite a few people hunting in here. Not me. So I came across several deer stands that are still up, and a trail camera, which and a couple of places where deer were shot. A lot of little trails here and there, guys walking in and out every day. I did see a lot of rabbit sign. Found a couple of coyote dens along a creek bank. Didn't see much at all of a squirrel sign. I didn't see any squirrel at all, and I didn't find very many nut trees. I found a couple small groves of hickories, and yeah, I don't see any red squirrel sign in here. So I haven't explored the whole thing yet. So there may be a patch of walnut and pecan somewhere in here. But this place isn't very far from where I'm living, so I think I'm going to be able to come over here and hike around. It's it'll do. I like it. It's drier than a tender bundle here right now, and I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to have fires or be camping in here. But it doesn't say that, so I don't know. We'll see. If I have a fire, I'll do it down in one of the little sandbars on the creek where there's no risk of catching anything on, and it'll just be a little tiny fire. But did find a couple of interesting spots. Found one area that I'm pretty sure was an old homestead. A lot of squared stones that look like they'd been stacked, and a little bit of mortar here and there. And quite a lot of old broken glass, the old blue glass, and even that old kind of smoked purple looking glass you don't see very often. And some small jars and bottles and things. I grabbed a couple things, including an old, I think it's marble, doorknob. And an old Whitehall brown bottle. Kind of neat. A couple other things too, but they're down in my haversack. But I always like looking around, either old dump sites or old homestead sites. I found some stuff I left there too. I didn't pick up much. Found an old butter knife with what was probably a silver handle that was all corroded off. Left that laying. Somebody else might enjoy seeing that in the ground someday. This is the first time in a while that I've gone for a good hike that wasn't in town or in a cemetery or on a short wilderness or scenic trail. I didn't walk on anything today but a couple of deer trails when I got into some serious thickets. The kind of thickets I'm surprised my clothes aren't completely torn off of me coming out of them. But today's the first day in quite a while where my consciousness opened up more than what I can see out of my glasses, basically, which is what happens when I am inside the house or doing everything close up all the time. I'm either on the phone, looking at the phone, or reading books, or looking at the television, or being in a room. My consciousness is closed down to what I see through these lenses. And it took me a while today. I felt really blind for probably the first hour. I couldn't see around. And, but it opened up, and I was able to take everything in and see movement. My normal state of being. I was getting a little worried there that I wasn't going to find a place where I could go out and be in the woods, or even on the prairie. But this spot will work, and I think there's a few more that are a little further away that'll probably work too. But it was fun to do some tracking today, puzzle out some trails, animals as well as what hunters left behind. what they were up to and what they were doing. I like puzzling that stuff out. Yeah, I know I didn't get the camera exactly square, but whatever. It's been an awesome day. I enjoy a good bowl of Prince Albert from time to time, especially in an old Dr. Grabo, 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 however you want to say it. And I think, from the evidence I've gathered, I think Prince Albert was probably more prevalent pipe tobacco around here. There are a ton of these little tins from various ages, the bigger tins, and a whole lot of burnt out pipes. The other tobacco tins, I very rarely see a half and half tin. Occasionally Velvet, and occasionally the big tins of Granger. But mostly it's Prince Albert. I'd say 80% of the tins I see in the antique shops and junk stores that I frequent are Prince Albert. And the majority of the pipes I've found are either old cobs or old, 30s through 60s basket pipes. Occasionally K. Woody or whatever, and a lot of them are burnt out. And if you smoke Prince Albert in the wind, you'll probably still be able to smoke it. You won't get terrible tongue bite, but it gets very hot, in my experience. So I think that's why I find all those pipes that are burnt out. Anyway, been a beautiful day. Smoking a classic tobacco, carrying a double barrel shotgun, wandering around in the woods. I encourage everyone watching this to turn off your computer and go outside, or your phone. Don't even take your phone with you, just go outside and wander around for a while. It's really strange. No one can text you or call you, and you don't care what's happening or you can't get to Facebook. Just leave your phone in the house and go wander around for a few hours. It's awesome. It's the way it used to be, forever. Alright, take care.